Hello and welcome to From the Overflow. I'm Stacey Edwards, and we are in our series called Overflowing Encouragement from the Psalms. And we have made it all the way to Psalm 45. I don't know why that seems like a milestone, but 45 is where we are. And as we read this, I want you to think about what this might teach us about Jesus, because Charles Spurgeon, who was known as the Prince of Preachers, he believed this psalm to be referring to Christ. So specifically verses 3 through 9 and 16 and 17 he believed referred to Jesus. And then verses 10 through 15 he believed referred to the church. So it's this beautiful song between Jesus and his bride, the church. And so when I read it, my thinking was, if this is about Jesus, what does it teach me about him? And that's something I try to ask myself in a lot of passages. What does this teach me about Jesus? And I'm just on this quest right now, y'all, to fall more in love with Jesus. Because if you've grown up in church, or if you've attended for a long time, if you've read scripture for any length of time, the temptation or the tendency is to become very casual about it. We know the word, but we lose a little bit of the wonder. And so I'm really trying to reignite in my heart that passion for Christ. So let's read Psalm 45 together, and I'm going to look at just a few things that I kind of took away from this one about Jesus. So, Psalm 45. My heart overflows with a pleasing theme. I address my verses to the King. My tongue is like the pen of a ready scribe. So a ready scribe would have been somebody who was ready at a moment's notice to write down scripture. He wrote quickly and he was ready. So my tongue is like the pen of a ready scribe. You are the most handsome of the sons of men. Grace is poured upon your lips. Therefore, God has blessed you forever. So there's our first two things that I made note of. Here's my little list. These are two things that I made note of about Jesus. One, he speaks grace. Grace is poured from his lips. And then two, that God has blessed him. He is blessed by the Father, and he has lips that speak grace. Okay, verse 3. Gird your sword on your thigh, O mighty one, in your splendor and majesty. And I didn't write that one down. I don't know how I missed it. But that Jesus had splendor and majesty, but also power. He came to wield the sword as well. Verse 4, in your majesty, ride out victoriously. For the cause of truth and meekness and righteousness, let your right hand teach you awesome deeds. So Jesus will reign victoriously, verse 4 tells us. And Jesus is truth. We talked about this yesterday as well, but he is truth. And one of my favorite ones, verse 4, he fights on behalf of the meek and the righteous. He fights on behalf of them. Remember, he has that sword. Verse 5, your arrows are sharp in the heart of the king's enemies. The peoples fall under you. So the people will all, that means they will all bow before him. Verse 5, the people will all bow, every knee. Your throne, O God, is forever and ever. The scepter of your kingdom is a scepter of uprightness. Jesus will reign forever. Verse 6. Verse 7, you have loved righteousness and hated wickedness. Therefore God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness beyond your companions. Your robes are all fragrant with myrrh and aloe. From ivory palaces, stringed instruments make you glad. Daughters of kings are among your ladies of honor. This is all indicating that Jesus will be praised. He will be praised. So that's all I'm going to read. There's a few more verses, But those are the ones I just started kind of meditating on today, that Jesus speaks grace. My husband preached a wonderful sermon on grace this past Sunday. If you want to find their channel, it's Life Community Owensboro. It's a great sermon on grace and how it's offensive to some because we don't understand it. And Jesus even says, "Blessed are those who are not offended by me." So it's a great sermon on grace. But Jesus speaks grace. He is blessed by the Father. He will reign victoriously. He is truth. He fights on behalf of the meek and the righteous. All people will bow before him. He will reign forever. He gives his people gladness. That is one of my favorite verses. You have loved righteousness and wickedness, therefore God, your God, has anointed you with the oil of gladness beyond your companions. Jesus brings a joy that only Jesus can bring. And the world can't offer it. The world can promise it, but the world can't actually deliver it. He will reign forever. He gives his people gladness, and he will be praised. So those are just a couple truths for us to meditate on as we think about just growing closer to Jesus and just relying more and more on him. So I pray that's some encouragement to you today. We're going to be looking at Psalm 46 tomorrow. Be sure to like and subscribe. We are trucking along. We are almost at 180 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and when we hit 250, we're doing a giveaway. So be sure you like and subscribe and share it with your friends. Have a great Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.